जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद।
जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद।
जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंदा।
जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद।
जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद।
जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद।
जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंदा।
जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद।
जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद।
जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद।
जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंदा।
जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद।
श्री चैतन्य चरितामृत की जय। श्रील कृष्णदास कविराज गोस्वामी की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। समवेत गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Welcome to today's Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita reading. We are reading from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Lila, chapter 4, the devotional service of Srila Madhavendra Puri. So, yesterday we read that Madhavendra Puri, in his dream, saw the same boy who had brought him milk. Uh, and he held the hand of Madhavendra Puri, took him to into the forest to a bush, and showed where the deity of Gopal was had been for a long time. So then the boy identified himself as Gopal, Govardhanadhari, and instructed Madhavendra Puri to gather the local people and come there and carefully take him out from that bush, and then to carry him to the top of the mountain and install him there and have a nice temple constructed and um, and worship him there and wash him nicely with cold water. So uh, when Madhavendra Puri woke up, so and then saying this, the boy disappeared in the dream. Then Madhavendra Puri woke up, and at first he lamented that he could not recognize his Lord, even though he came in front of him. But then he immediately pacified his mind, because now he has a duty. His Lord Gopal, had given him some instruction. There's duty to be performed. So he went and took bath, did his morning, he took his morning bath. He went into town, gathered all the people, and told them that your Lord Govardhan Dhari is there in those bushes, and we need to go and bring him out. Bring tools with you like axes and spades, and let us go. Because the bushes are very thick. You won't be able to make a path without these tools. Get some tools. So they were all very blissful, Brajvasis. So then they got their tools, and very with great pleasure they followed Madhavendra Puri, and they started cutting the bushes and made a path and went to the place where the deity was located. So the deity was covered with dirt and grasses. So they removed and they saw the deity was actually there, and everyone was so blissful, and also they were wonderstruck, right? Madhavendra Puri is such an exalted person. So Krishna had said, Gopal had said to Madhavendra Puri that his priest had hid him there when the Muslims had attacked, and out of fear the priest ran away. Since then, the Lord had been there in those bushes. So for a long time he's been there, and he wanted to be served by Madhavendra Puri. That's why he was waiting. Gopal told Madhavendra Puri like that. So when the people saw, they were wonderstruck seeing Gopal, and then they cleaned up all the dirt and everything. Now they have to carry the deity onto the top of the mountain. And then they said, it's not possible for any one person to pick up this deity. He's too heavy. So then some strong men came forward and they picked up Gopal, and they went, climbed the mountain along with Madhavendra Puri. And then they came to the top of the mountain. Now there is no temple ready. So one stone slab, rock, was used as the Singhasan temporarily. And then there was another stone kept behind for support. And then now the next task is, the Lord said, wash me with lots of cold water. So they got 9 clay pots. And then going down to Govind Kund, they would fill up those pots with water, come back and bathe the deity. In this way, they bathed the Lord with 900 pots of water. That's where I think we stopped yesterday. Let's continue and see what happened next. 57. Yeah. When the deity was being installed, 900 pots of water were brought from Govindakund. There were musical, yeah. So while this was happening, they were bathing the Lord with water. There were musical instruments being played, like drums and bugles, and the women were singing. Text 57. কেহ গায়ে কেহ নাচে মহোৎসব হইল দধি দুগ্ধ ঘৃত আইল গ্রামে যত ছিল কেহ গায়ে কেহ নাচে someone was dancing, someone was singing, someone was dancing. Mahotsava hoilo, it became a great festival, Maha Utsav. This bathing of Gopal, bringing water and singing and playing musical instruments and dancing, it became a great festival. And as many villages there were around Govind Kund, so the village, that village is there, but also other villages. As many villages there were around nearby, the residents, they started bringing dadhi, yogurt, dugdha, milk, grita, ghee, like that, to bathe Gopal. Dadhi, dugdha, grita, ailo, grame jata chilo. During the festival, at the installation ceremony, some people sang and some danced. All the milk, yogurt, and clarified butter in the village were brought to the festival. Sorry, not nearby villages. Jato chilo means whatever milk, yogurt, and ghee that was there in the village. Not as many villages. It is understood as much milk, yogurt, and ghee that was there in the entire village, in everyone's home. Whatever dadi, whatever yogurt, whatever milk, and whatever ghee was there, everything was brought to perform Abhishek of Gopal. Bhoga samagri ailo sandeshadi jata nana upaharataha kohite pari koto. Bhoga samagri. So things to be offered to the Lord. Ailo came. Sandesh adi jata. So Sandesh, sweets, right? Yes, Sandesh. The Sandesh, like different items of offerings, like different kinds of sweets, and Nana Upahar, many types of gifts were brought. Taha kohite pari koto. How can I say how many gifts and what types of gifts were brought? So many gifts were brought. Like that. Taha kohite pari koto. How much can I describe? Like that. various foods and sweetmeats, as well as other kinds of presentations were brought there. I am unable to describe all of them, right? So many food items. Bhoga samagri means food items, and also sweetmeats like sandesh, and many other gifts. What else could be? Other gifts means they can be like fruits, uh, clothes, jewelry, right? So much. So many gifts were brought. How can I describe? I'm unable to describe what a, so many things, all the things that were brought to be offered to Gopal. Tulasi Adi Pushpa Vastra Ailo Aneka Apane Madhavapuri Koilo Abhisheka. So in the gifts, the Tulasi, right? They brought lot of Tulsi, maybe Tulsi garlands, right? With manjaris, or just so many Tulsi manjaris to be offered in Abhishek. Pushpa, so many varieties of flowers. So you have been to Vrindavan, I'm sure. So the flowers are so fragrant in Vrindavan. You smell the roses and any flower, they're so fragrant, right? And they're directly getting from the forests and from the village. So Tulasi, Pushpa, Vastra, right? Clothes, nice silk clothes, for turban, for his dhoti, for chadar, like that. So many gifts were brought. Tulasi, Pushpa, Vastra, Ailo, Aneka, so much. Apane Madhavapuri Koila Abhishek, and Madhavendra Puri himself personally performed the Abhishek of Gopal. Translation: the villagers brought a large quantity of tulsi leaves, flowers, and various kinds of garments. Then Sri Madhavendra Puri personally began the Abhishek bathing ceremony. Large quantity of tulsi leaves, flowers, and various kinds of clothes. Purport: in the Hari Bhakti Vilas, 6th Vilas, verse 30, it is stated that the deity should be bathed in water mixed with yogurt and milk, accompanied by the sounds of conch shells, bells, and other instruments, and the chanting of the mantra Om Bhagavate Vasudevaya Namaha, as well as the chanting of the Brahma Samhita verses beginning Chinta Mani Prakarasadma Sukalpa Vriksha Laksha Vriteshu Surabhir Abhipalayantam, like this. That means Abhishek should be accompanied by chanting of mantras like Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Namaha and the Brahma Samhita verses. Abhishek should be accompanied by the recitation of mantras, especially Brahma Samhita and Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Namaha. And also, while Abhishek is being performed, bells and other instruments must be played, right? You ring bells, blow conch shells, and play musical instruments, sing kirtan, and chant mantras. It's a celebration, right? It's a festival. We have to show Krishna that uh, we are so. It's a festival for us. We are so joyful that Krishna is nicely enjoying, right? He's being bathed with all these uh, wonderful ingredients like milk and yogurt and ghee, honey, right? So we devotees take great pleasure. So how do you express your pleasure? When you dance, when you sing, when you smile, right? You are actually showing that you are very happy. So always when arati is being performed, or when the deity is being, abhishek is being performed, we should sit in front or sit or stand, whatever. Kirtan means you stand and sit down, bhajans, or when Abhishek, usually we sit down. Then we should sing joyfully. It's a sign of our joy. And musical instruments are played, conches are blown, like that. So, and also mantras. What are these mantras? These are all glorifying Krishna. Brahma Samhita is simply glorification of Krishna. So they should be recited. And bathing should be done with water, yogurt, milk, and you can expand it. There's no limit. You can put, now yesterday we had Advaita Acharya's Abhishek, and soon we'll be having, of course, Nityananda Prabhu's coming up. And after that, we'll have, before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's, we have the Panchatattva Maha Abhishek of the Panchatattva, which happens every 5 years. So that is coming up. So large quantities, such big deities, right? They will be bathed with milk, yogurt, honey, so much honey for all the big deities, ghee, and not only that, so many fruit juices, like they with fresh fruit they take the pulp out and they make large quantities of fruit juices, seasonal, right? The fruits that are available in that season, like grape juice and mango juice, watermelon juice, like that, different types of fruit juices, orange juice. They bathe the deity with all these juices, and also with the sugar syrup, colored sugar syrup, coconut water, like that. So, and then, of course, scented, rose scented water, flower petals, like this. But at least minimum, right? In Hari Bhakti Vilas, it is said that water should be mixed with yogurt and milk. So, like this, Abhishek was being performed. Madhavendra, Srila Madhavendra Puri was personally performing the Abhishek. Amangala dura kori koraila snan bahu taila diya koilo Sri Anga chikkana. Chikkana. Chikkan means glossy, shining. How do you make the deity glossy? By applying oils, scented oils. Bahu taila diya. Lots of, a great quantity of oil was used, was applied. And the Sri Anga, right? Sri Anga, the transcendental body of the Lord, was made nice and glossy using lots of oil, large quantities of oil. Amangala dura kuri, right? All inauspiciousness was driven away. How? By the bathing of the Lord. Nice, huh? All inauspiciousness is driven away when the Lord is bathed. Sorry. No. First, all inauspiciousness was driven away, and then the bathing ceremony started. So, how was inauspiciousness driven away? By chanting of the mantra. So, by the chanting of the mantra, all inauspiciousness is driven away. And then the bathing is started. Okay. Amangala dura kori koraila snan. So, first, Amangala, inauspiciousness was driven away. How? By chanting of the mantra, and then the Lord was bathed. And then, how did they do the bathing? They applied lots of oil first, and the Lord's body, Sri Anga, was made glossy. Panchagavya Panchamrit. Did I read the translation? Sorry. After all inauspicious things were driven away by the chanting of the mantra, the deity's bathing ceremony started. First, the deity was massaged with a large quantity of oil so that his body became very glossy. Yeah. Panchagavya Panchamrite Snana Koraya Mahasnana Koraila Shataghata Diya. Panchagavya. What is Panchagavya? Yogurt, cow. Yogurt from cow milk. Cow milk, yogurt, ghee, honey, and sugar. This is Panchamrita. Panchamrita is yogurt, milk, ghee, sugar, and honey. This is Panchamrita. Panchagavya means remove the honey and sugar, and instead you put cow urine and cow dung, gobar, right? Cow urine and cow dung, and also milk, yogurt, and ghee. This is Panchagavya. So the Lord was bathed with Panchagavya and Panchamrita. Mahasnana Koraila Shata Ghata Dina. Shata Ghata Diya. So they performed a Mahasnana, great Abhishek, using 100 pots, 100 pots. Yeah. Okay. After the first bathing, further bathings were conducted with Panchagavya and then with Panchamrita. Then the Mahasnan was performed with ghee and water. Okay. So this is detail. Srila Prabhupada is explaining in the translation. So first, Panchagavya and Panchamrita Snan was performed. Then Mahasnan was performed with ghee and water. So Panchagavya, Panchamrita also have ghee, but then there's only ghee and water. Mahasnan is performed, which had been brought in 100 pots. So the 900 pots is separate. This is 100 pots again. That was just cold water, right? So this is ghee and water, 100 pots per pot. The ingredients of Panchagavya are milk, yogurt, ghee, clarified butter, cow urine, and cow dung. All these items come from the cow. Therefore, we can just imagine how important the cow is, since its urine and stool are required. That which we consider useless, it has to be discarded, right? That which is considered obnoxious, you don't even want to talk about it or look at it or anything. But when it comes to a cow, the cow's urine and cow dung is used to bathe the Shri Vigraha of the Supreme Lord. With that, we should understand the importance of the cow. So, if the cow urine and cow dung is so important, then what to speak of anything else? Everything of the cow is very, very pure. Of course, now that does not mean, oh, everything is pure, so we'll kill and we'll take the skin and all that. No, that's not at all acceptable. That's demonic. All these items come from the cow. Therefore, we can just imagine how important the cow is, since its urine and stool are required for bathing the deity. The Panchamrita consists of 5 kinds of nectar: yogurt, milk, ghee, honey, and sugar. The major portion of this preparation also comes from the cow. Yes, milk, yogurt, and ghee. This is directly from the cow. To make it more palatable, sugar and honey are added. Like that. That's Panchamrita. Amrita, sweet. Like that. Okay, so the rest we'll read tomorrow. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. I will continue or tomorrow we will do Chaitanya Bhagavat. Tomorrow and day after. Monday we will continue Chaitanya